Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name's Max, and I'm here with another crazy Pauper League. But before I get into anything, I wanted to give a shout out. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. We just hit 2,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. I'm having a great time producing content. It's been so much fun. I want to keep going. If you like my content and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. You can throw a like on this video, and you can also ring the bell after you subscribe to know when my new videos come out. Generally, I release videos every day. Just for a short time, it will be videos every other day because actually I'm going on vacation. But typically, videos every day, a lot of Pauper content, going to be more modern content coming up as well, so keep an eye out for that. But thank you to everyone who has subscribed. 2,000 subscribers, it's pretty exciting, and let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Okay, and this one is bound to get some subs, right? Because this one is going deep, and this is what the people want to see. This is a Bubbling Muck combo brew, and this deck is pretty crazy. I actually had a couple different builds of the deck. I had a mono black build, I had a blue black build, but I really wanted to make Bubbling Muck work. And this is the best I've come up with so far. I actually just played a league with a similar list. It was basically this deck, and then I made a couple tweaks after the league without recording. It was just too loud at my house, so I couldn't record. Um, but here we are, and this is the deck. This is pretty crazy. So basically, what we are is we're a mono swamp ramp deck, and that is because this card is 1 mana sorcery. Until end of turn, whenever a player taps a swamp for mana, that player adds an additional black. So basically, it's a high tide sorcery for swamps that's legal in Pauper. And I was like struggling because I was like building like mono black control, but I wasn't getting up to enough like lands. And I was like, well, what if I splash like some green ramp cards? And then I was like, this just isn't gonna work. There's no way to build the deck because you need to play all these like basically green sources, and then it's like it's just not worth it. But actually playing the deck, it might be worth it. It's pretty sweet because we're playing Sakura Tribe Elder into the north. So we have 8 Rampant Growths, and then we have 4 Cultivates and 2 Cultivate, 2 Kodama's Reach. So we have a bunch of ways to put extra lands and draw extra lands onto the battlefield. So we can actually ramp up our lands a lot, and we only have to play one non-swamp land in one forest. And then for the mana base, 4 Ash Barrens, 4 Chasm, and then 4 total fetch lands, 2 Evolving Wilds, 2 Terramorphic. So when it comes down to it, we have 13 green sources in the deck plus 3 Bonders Ornaments. So 15 green sources, and we have 12, wait, no, 13, 16 green sources, and then we have enough green sources where we can relatively reliably cast these on two. And I don't know if went into this, but the biggest change when I switched it from being like a mono black control deck with a lot of cast downs, chainer's edicts, removal spells, and then I was like, okay, I don't want any of that. That's not what this deck is trying to do. This deck is just trying to ramp into quote unquote the combo or ramp into corrupts. So I haven't even gotten into it. We're playing the full 8 4 Consume Spirit. These are basically the same card, or very similar. 1 black, 1 colorless, X. Spend only black mana on X. It deals X damage to any target, you gain X. Drain Life does essentially the same thing, but if you Drain Life like a 2/2 for 10, you only gain 2, as far as I understand. So we're just playing these 8 fireballs basically to combo with Bubbling Muck. And you can always just cast these as removal spells earlier, because there's not enough space to play like a bunch of other removal and then have a bunch of, Drain Lives to combo with. Um, then the other innovation was just going with a bunch of Crypt Rats, because basically what you do with this deck is you ramp, 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 and you ignore everything the opponent's doing. And then either you start like corrupting their face and racing them by gaining a bunch of life, or you just play a Crypt Rat, wipe the board, and then start basically drain lifing their face. Couple Sign-in Bloods. We have pretty much all black mana, so this is draw 2, lose 2, but this can also get the last 2 points in if we're a little bit short. And that's basically the deck. The deck is crazy. We have another draw engine in Bonder's Ornament, plus it's a green source, which is nice. So the first league I played, I went 3-2. I started out 3-0 actually, and I was like, oh, can I just 5-0? That would be insane with the first league of the deck. but we ended up losing the last two and went 3-2. But the deck is sweet. 4 duress in the board. Counterspells are a huge problem for the deck because obviously trying to go Bubbling Muck into Drain Life after ramping a bunch, if they're just like counter the Drain Life, you just get wrecked. So 4 duress, 4 Chainer's Edict, a Crypt Rats, 2 Fumes, 2 Relics, 2 Return to Natures. The sideboard could have some other stuff like Weather the Storm, and there's some other options in the sideboard, but it's pretty rough right now. It's still a new brew, but the deck was fun and it performed better than I expected. Against non-counterspell decks, you basically just ignore what the opponent's doing, and it's tough for a lot of decks to keep up with just like corrupt you for 8, corrupt you for 9 next turn, and then the turn after that, drain life you. So you generally aren't winning with one like double Bubbling Muck into drain life or something like that. You're generally like playing a corrupt or playing a drain life, then untapping, then playing like Bubbling Muck into drain life, that sort of thing. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Let's go round one. All right, welcome to round one with this crazy brew. We're against a little egg pants. Okay, pick to play first. Yes. Um, it's awkward that we have the forest and not a second swamp for this sign in blood. I think I'm supposed to keep because if I draw a land, then I can like sign in blood and cultivate and everything. So I think I'm supposed to keep this. It's close. It's if this was a swamp, it would be a snap keep. We risk not functioning with this hand, but we play a good amount of lands in the deck. It's 20. I think I have 23 lands in the deck right now. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 23 lands. So that's a good amount of lands for Pauper. And nice. There's an Evolving Wilds. So we can just play that and just start our clunky ramp game and just ignoring what the opponent's doing. Rugged Highlands into Prism. This might just be Cascadetron, which I think should be a reasonable matchup. It's not like great for us, but not terrible also, just because if it is Cascadetron, they can't really like stop what we're doing that well. And these cultivate effects have been really strong, just ramping you a swamp and getting you an extra swamp to play next turn, as you can see here. It just is really good. I might consider going up to like 5 or 6 cultivates. Yeah, this is definitely. Oh, this might just be Tron with no cascade or minimal cascade. It might just be. That was a weird line how they played this stirrings and then forest rather than just tapping this and then playing stirrings. That was weird. Okay, but we're ramping up these bubbling mucks here, so looking good. Let's just sign in blood ourselves. There's an Into the North, nice. So now I can go swamp. So you can see these green spells really making a massive difference, really getting our land count up and allowing us to just like deploy cards from our hand. We're close to just like going doubling muck into drain life. This is a good time to talk about. So you go one bubbling muck, and then on the second one, every swamp you tap after that adds 3 mana. So it's pretty sweet. Okay, they Tron up. Are they just gonna play like a dino here? Or are they just gonna play like a self-assembler? If they just play self-assembler, I just do not care about that at all. Yep. So definitely awkward that we drew the forest here, but that's okay. We're still looking decent, like I said. Okay, so now I can just corrupt their face for 6 and then bubbling muck, consume spirit next turn, basically. Alternatively, I can go. Let's see. Let's just think about this, just because it's kind of fun. If I tap bubbling muck, then I have 5 swamps left, so I make 10 mana, 11 mana, so I can consume spirit for 9. If I tap one and then tap another one for 2, use one to play second bubbling muck. I have 1 mana floating and then 2 mana, and then times 12 more mana. So I'll have 14 mana. I think it's worth it just to corrupt their face here and then maybe be able to win next turn. I don't care about a 4/4 at all, so let's just corrupt them for 6, gain 6, stay out of range, and I can always just Crypt Rats away multiple self-assemblers if I want to go that route as well. Crypt Rats have been really nice in the deck at providing extra reach, so really liking the Crypt Rats. Yeah, so you take 4 here, no problem. They're probably just going to play 1 or 2 self-assemblers this turn. And then I can always Crypt Rats away the board if I choose to. Looking good, looking good. Moldrifter makes sense. I don't think I can kill next turn. Maybe if I draw a swamp. But I can always just go Crypt Rats and then rat the board. Let's see. I need to be able to Crypt Rats for 4. So I can Into the North this turn. Let's see, if I just Crypt Rats, I can just go Crypt Rats plus Crypt Rats for 4. That's probably the safest line, and then just not Into the North this turn. They're at 15, so I cannot kill them as far as I know. So I think I'm just going to go Crypt Rats pass and then plan to just Crypt Rats for 4. I guess they could have some type of flicker effect. Maybe I just Crypt Rats now to be safe and just not play around Boarding Party. I think that's fine, actually. I just don't want to, like... I guess a flicker effect doesn't even stop Crypt Rats. So never mind. Let's just pass. This way I play around Boarding Party. So they're just going to attack. I'm going to Crypt Rats for 4. Then they go down to 11, and then I should be able to kill them with Muck, Drain Life, or Consume Spirit. I doubt they're going to have a way to stop that. Yeah, Crusher. It's fine. And Self-Assembler. Okay, nice. Looking good. So they do have the quad Self-Assembler, and there's another Drain Life. Okay, let's just go Muck. That's 13, 14 mana. And then we Drain Life them for 12. Sweet. Function perfectly. Oh, I can't. I tapped wrong. Might as well just undo it. I have to use the green to spend on the colorless cost here. And then, because I can only spend black mana on X. Just Drain Life them for 12. Sweet. One also nice thing about this deck is any other deck with like Cast Down and Snuff Out and, you know, Chainer's Edict. They said nice. Is we don't have creatures except for Crypt Rats, which is pretty easy to play around removal. They said that's a lot of damage. That's the idea. This deck is pretty fun. All right, I don't hate Return to Nature. I don't even hate Duress because I can just I can just Duress the like Ancient Strings and Prisms and Bonders Ornaments out of their hand. They do have a fair amount of creatures, though. Is it better just to have Return to Nature to kill the artifacts, or Duress to take stuff? I don't know if I need 4 Duress. I can probably go down 1 Crypt Rats. It's a little bit greedy, especially with all the Self-Assemblers. I could just not sideboard as well, and just ignore, like, who cares about their artifacts, really? Or I could just not bring in Duress and just bring in the 2 Return to Natures. I don't really want to dilute my game plan too much. I can just do something like this. Because even with 7 Drain Lives, I can still find 1 to go like Mucks into Drain Life. And I think these are going to be good because I can stop Pulse Maratha with it. I can counter Pulse Maratha by exiling a card from their yard. And these can just kill Bonders Ornaments. So the Return to Natures do seem decent. This is just a sweet design of a card. I like it. Just a slight upgrade to, you know, Naturalize. Let's run it. I don't want to change too much. This is a mulligan. Can't keep a 1 Ashburn hand in this deck. Alright. This one we can keep. I can just put back Consume Spirit because we don't need this yet. I just want to ramp, and I do think I want this Return to Nature. We have to get the forest here, which is not always ideal, but it's fine. There's no other way, I don't think, to build a mana base except to have the one forest. I don't think you can have zero forest. You could play Pathetic Prism, but that just seems much worse to me, to be honest. Let's into the north so I can get another green source. And then next turn I can go Elder plus into the north. And I don't think I need to kill Prism here. I'll just save the Return to Nature to kill either Bonders or exile a card from the yard, if that comes up. Because stopping them from gaining 6 with Pulse and Rasa could be relevant. All right, so they found Power Plant, they played it, and now they're going to play another Stirrings. Crop Rotate. Okay. They're kind of doing it here. Into Self-Assembler. Oh, into Mold Drifter. Alright. That's where this matchup gets a little rough. So I can just go double ramp. I can also just go double ramp by going like Bonders into the north or Bonders into Elder. I think I want to get the Bonders down, and I'll probably just play into the north. I don't know if that's better, but maybe having this as a chump blocker later and not having the creature in play now is better. So I'm just going to into the north, get the dual that's a swamp and a forest, which is why this deck works. This deck just could not work without Woodland Chasm. That is key card for this deck. They attack for 2 and play like a Crusher here. When they just had Tron, I should have killed this probably. Damn. I think that was a mistake. Okay, well they have the Crusher. So I'm in trouble now. I should have killed this with Return to Nature, but I don't know if there's that much I can do at this point. Let's just play Steve. I can only corrupt this for 5, so I'm gonna have to sack 2 things. Like I said, I'm in trouble. I need some out to this, and I don't know what that's gonna be. I can block, sack. But yeah, this is rough. Crusher is definitely a problem for us, that's for sure. I have to sack 2 permanents. No, it's not sack this. It's sack forest, swamp, and then block, sack, get another swamp. I could have sacked. I should have sacked actually Bonders, because then if I. Oh no, this is an 8/8. Yeah, I'm just in trouble. Probably going game 3 here to just die into Crusher. Maybe you should have some number of like cast downs in the board, just for stuff like this, just to have an easier like thing to just like pop this. I'm not even sure. Maybe I'm not even supposed to have these Return to Natures as well, especially considering they have self-assemblers. And they have Chromatic Stars and Spheres. Yeah, they're just classic big Tron non-cascade. So alright, we're dead here, we're dead. We can't beat Double Crusher. Okay. I think I actually don't want these. That was just a mistake, I think, because again, they have Chromatic Sphere, Chromatic Stars. I actually think I do want at least some number of duress on the play, because I can just duress like their if they only like have like 1 prism in hand that they're relying on to make colors, or 1 star or 1 sphere, I can just take that when I'm on the play, and that's pretty strong. Maybe I just want more duress, just stop them from troning up, and then that's a good avenue to victory. Maybe just 3. All right, let's just try this. Maybe I can stop them from troning. I should have probably just brought in the 4 duress, even in game 2 and in game 3 here, but I didn't. This hand is slow. I don't have duress. I, I, I should have had 4 duress, I think, now for games 2 and 3, but I did not. Okay, so I'm just gonna Ash Barrens for Swamp and then sign in Blood on 2. Yeah, see, drawing duress like now is just so good. I mean, obviously it's bad to draw it late, but there is duress, but we need another land. So drawing a swamp off the top would be great. Okay, they'd have the prism. Damn. This is tough. This is tough. I think what I want to do is play Ash Barrens, play Bonder's Ornament. Just sucks to not be able to get this swamp down. Because if I just cycle Ash Barrens, there's nothing I can really do that's good this turn. And I don't want to cycle it for Forest. That doesn't make sense to me. So I have to just play it. It sucks, but we might be able to get out of it, especially if we draw a Cultivate or something here. Wow, Cynic Signet as well. Karavek's Torch. And they do have Ancient Stirrings plus Crusher. I could just take Stirrings to try to keep them off Tron. Karavek's Torch is going to be a problem. There's not really much I can do about that. I think I'm just supposed to take Stirrings here, try to keep them off Tron. Again, I could just take Torch, but I don't want to. I died a Crusher also, so I need to take Stirrings. This is looking rough. Just the quad Crusher deck. I had some success with a similar build where just playing a bunch of Crushers can just get a lot of wins. All right, so they play those out. There's another Swamp. So I can play Steve this turn and ramp, or I can just draw a card with Ornament. I think I'd rather draw with Ornament. They also might be a budget deck without Bonder's Ornament, is kind of what I'm guessing, because I haven't seen one yet. Oh, God. Now I wish I even played Steve last turn to get another Swamp, because I need to be able to, like, Bubbling Muck into Spirit this for 8, which I don't think I'm going to be able to do. There's another Muck. Damn. So if I go Muck, I make 6, 7, 8 mana. It's not enough. What if I go Muck into Consume Spirit this? Is that enough? So I play Muck with Ornament, and then tap, add 2 mana, play another Muck, and then I add 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. It's still not even enough. Oh man, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. I just am going to have to Muck next turn. So let's just go play Steve, pass the turn, and then I'm going to sack Forest and Ash Barrens and block with Steve, and then get a Swamp, and then try to kill the Crusher next turn. But yeah, this is not going ideally here. They also have a Karavek's Torch in hand, which they can just fire off on my face basically whenever they make a bunch of mana here. So let's go sack 2 permanents, and then block, and then get a Swamp. Okay. And then I think this is exactly 10 right now, right? Am I mistaken? I add 1, and then I add 2, and then I add 9, 10 mana. Yeah. Spined Megalodon, just playing it? Wow. This doesn't really matter too much except for Karavek's Torch, so it actually does. Oh no. I can't even Kadama's Reach this turn. I need to just Consume Spirit this. Unless my math was wrong, I can kill this exactly using both of my Bubbling Mucks, which sucks. But that's what I have to do. Yeah, 10 mana, Consume Spirit this, X equals 8, gain 8. And then I can Kadama's Reach and then start Consume Spiriting, but I have no answers to this. This is looking rough here now. At least I do have the Kadama's Reach. Kadama's Reach is proving like really, really important. Man, the Annihilator 2 is brutal. And they have 9, 10, 11 mana right now. So they can Karavek's Torch for like 11 here by playing the Forest. Because we know these 2 cards are still in their hand. I don't want to die to Spine Megalodon, please. Not a Crusher. This looks like Crusher. I think we're going down. Oh, man. Brutal. There's just nothing I can do against this, right? All right. We're going down to Mono Crusher dot deck. I think I'm just gonna concede. GG's. I can't just take 13 and I know they have Torch in hand, so nothing I can do. Man, it sucked. I thought that would be a decent matchup. I think I sideboarded incorrectly, but I'm learning, so let's just jump right into it. We're against Gabri Costa. That was still pretty fun. We lost the die roll. What you got? They're on the play. We got a mulligan. 23 lands, but not drawing enough of them in our openings so far. It's mulligan. Let's keep this. I think I like just putting back Drain Knife. I like having, maybe 8 is too many. Maybe I should have 6 Drain Life effects. I'm not sure. Oh, this could be Burn. It is Burn. Okay, it's a race. We gotta cast Corrupt. And we have a lot of ramp here. Can also cast a small Consume Spirit first, potentially, to stay alive. We'll see what they do. They play a Thermal Alchemist. I don't really have early. Oh wow, they don't have a land. That's bad for them. Just into the north. I don't need to Steve yet, I don't think. I'd rather get another green source just in case. Them missing a land drop means they're not going to be able to kill that fast, most likely. I mean, if they hit a land here, it could be brutal. But if they miss a land drop one more time, I should have played the Steve. I was thinking about this exact sequence, but I can just block this next turn, so it's not a big deal. Ooh, there's a Bubbling Muck. That just might be just enough. Do I want to Kadama's Reach this turn? I mean, I'm going to 10, and even if it's pretty close. I mean, I'm playing land, and then if I go Kadama's Reach, I'm guaranteed to hit a ramp from Kadama's Reach and another land. And then I can just Bubbling Muck Consume Spirit or just play Corrupt. But if I play Tribe Elder, I get to block sack. But then I only go up to a total of 5 mana next turn. Let's see, can I die? So I go to 10 off this. They play land. They go Bolt, Bolt, Fire Blast. And that's exactly lethal. So I don't play around that exact sequence, but one, they have to draw land, and they have to have Bolt, Bolt, Fire Blast to kill me. If I play Tribe Elder, go block, sack, I go up to 5 mana, and then I can still Bubbling Muck, drain for 6. And if I naturally draw a land, I can still just Corrupt for 6. So I think this is the line. I think this is just safer to not die. And then if I get off any type of Drain Life effect, then I can start chaining them, and then I can just win that way. So this is looking fine. Block. Especially if I draw a Swamp on my next turn, this line is much safer. And even if I don't, I can still drain for 6 on this turn. Okay, there's another Consume Spirit. So I'm at 12. I think I do need to go just Muck into Consume Spirit here. And then maybe next turn I can Kendama's Reach. Wonder if I'm supposed to just Consume Spirit the Lava Runner. Because then I take less damage too. And then I can start going face. Alright. I think this is good. Could be wrong. Oh no, now they can bolt this. Oh no. That was wrong. I should have just consumed Spirited Face. That was just, I just thought about it just a little bit too late. Still might be okay, especially if I draw a land, but oh my god, now if I lose, it is my fault completely. Curse, sure. Land? Oh man, that is a mistake. So I could still die. I think I'm just supposed to go Muck into Consume Spirit here and just keep waiting. That was brutal. Ah, man. If I had just gone face, I think there's like basically no way I lose. I still think I'm doing okay here, but yeah, pretty brutal. Now I need to draw like another Drain Life effect to have enough. There's a Thermal Alchemist. Okay, I'm at 17 though. 16. Another Consume Spirit's good. Ah, just totally misplayed this game. Feels bad. Should have been like an easy win. Again, I can Consume Spirit. I can Corrupt them for 7 here. Get out of range of dying, I think. They still have 5 cards and a Thermal Alchemist in play, so who knows. But yeah, Corrupt them, drain for 7. Should be enough to get out of range, I hope. Another curse. Okay. Okay, well. Hopefully we just don't get punished. I mean, again, this matchup is like a race. Can we start playing our Drain Lives or not? Or do we die before that? I haven't played this matchup yet, and I was wondering how it would be. I have no idea. Like, they could even kill me from 18 here. If I just consumed Spirited them, I think it was over. Because yes, I would still get hit by the Lava Runner, but then I would have gained 6 more life. They have 3 cards left, and they have double curse out. So I go to 10. I die here. Fuck. Okay, it looks like I'm gonna survive, most likely. I go to 8, and then Fire Blast is 5 damage, 6, 7. So it's 1 off. Fire Blast is 1 off killing me. Okay, let's cycle, get Swamp, and corrupt them. Alright. Bad play, but bailed out. Oh, is Fire Blast lethal? Oh, it would have been lethal, right? Because I was I at 6? I'm not even sure. Oh man, okay, Duress comes in. Chainer's Edict honestly also isn't bad. Cryptrats is bad, I think. I don't want to damage myself at all. I think Sign in Blood also, I just don't want to damage myself. So I can just do something like this. Bonders is also a little bit slow. Maybe just do this, because I do want outs to their Thermal Alchemists and their Lava Runners. Return to Nature can also kill Curse, but I'm not too concerned with that. I think I want to keep all the Mucks, all the Land Ramp, and all the Drain Lives. Bonders, yeah, it just seems like I don't really need to be drawing cards. I just need to be like doing my thing. And I don't think I want Sign in Blood. I think this is the best route here. No Crypt Rats, just Chainer's Edict for removal, and Duress to take burn spells, slow the game down. Looks good. I think this matchup should be reasonable, but again, if their draw is really fast, it's going to be rough. Okay, well, this is a mulligan. Just not drawing enough lands. Maybe I need more lands in the deck. I think this is a mulligan as well. No green source. This hand is also really bad. I think we're probably going to lose this game because we haven't drawn well. Can I keep this and go Swamp and then Ash Barrens for Swamp Duress on 2? But then all these corrupts are just so far away from being cast. I think I just go to 4. I mean, right now I'm keeping Land, Muck, Duress, Corrupt. I'm just going to try to draw like a Cultivate or something. All right, let's keep. I don't think I want Forest, actually. Maybe that's just so greedy. Maybe I just keep Swamp, Forest, Duress, Chainer's Edict. I think we're going to lose this game. I'd be shocked to win it, but we'll see. A Cultivate goes a long way, that's for sure. Fire Blast, Lava Spike, Needle Drop, and they have a Thermal Alchemist, but they're only on 1 land here. I think I want to take Needle Drop because this just draws a card towards more lands and I want them to just not function. Sure. I kind of want them even to draw land just so I can Chainer's Edict the Thermo. Yeah, playing a little loose this league so far, but we'll try to tighten up from here. Stay positive. Yep. Skewer, I'm at 14. There's the Cultivate. Okay. Why don't I just act like I don't have a forest? Just play another swamp this turn. Pass. Yeah, I think if I would make changes already, I would add like at least 2 more Cultivates to the deck. Just because like ramping and drawing a land seems like exactly what we want to do. There's also, I could play like a Sky Shroud Claim, is it? Or the 4 mana Search Reviver for 2 forests, put them into play. Or maybe is there one for 4 mana that gets 2 basics? I can play maybe one of those to just like ramp 2 basics out. Okay, well, this is kind of what I was worried about with the Chainer's Edicts as well. But if they draw a land, I feel like they're going to play Thermal Alchemist, and I need answers to that, so. Okay, they're just playing Burn Spells. Corrupt? No. I go to 5. So if they draw a land, I'm dead to Fire Blast. These are the only cards I know about. Needle Drop, land, Fire Blast. That was just rough moles there, and the Chainer's Edicts just didn't happen to work out. They just never played the Thermal Alchemist. I think I want these because again, I want to slow the game down, and I don't want a Thermal Alchemist City in play. I think that's the way I lose. Let's go. We got this. Would you like to play first? Yes. Oh man. It's a lot of drain lives and not a lot of lands. Can I do better than this? Maybe. Oh no. Jesus. They keep 7. Let's keep this. I can keep both the Resses. Let's put back Drain Life and Bubbling Muck actually, and then just try to slow the game down with these Duresses. Alternatively, I can go opposite and put back both the Rests and just try to ramp into Bubbling Muck Drain Life. Maybe that's better. Putting back both the rest of this matchup just seems insane, but we kind of have the combo of lands, ramp, Bubbling Muck, Drain Life. I kind of want to build on that. I don't know. These draws have just been rough these last 2 games. And having to get basic forest here is rough as well, but I think I want to like give myself the option to be able to start playing reasonable sized drain lives. Okay. There's Elder. I can also just go Elder Crack right now to play around Searing Blaze at all. I don't hate that, but maybe I Into the North now, so then if I draw another... Well, I guess I can't draw another green spell plus a land on my next turn, so maybe this is wrong, but I don't really need to play around Searing Blaze that hard. I can always play Elder and sack it immediately. But yeah, some rough mulligans here. We'll see if we can come back. Needle Drop. And there's the Lava Runner, classic. Just getting punished. They probably don't have Searing Blaze in their deck anymore. Am I supposed to just go Tribe Elder and then just try to block sack? I think so. And then I can just Chainer's Edict next turn. Because this way I ramp, so if I draw another 2-drop, I can play 2 spells next turn. I'm at 14. I don't have that many swamps to play. Okay, well. Gained 1 life off the Elder. Maybe I should have just gone for the Chainer's Edict, but then they just Chain Lightning Phase anyway, so. Still, oh god. I go down to 10. certainly in trouble. Let's go cycle and then edict and then just hope to survive. And then next turn, I can play a Muck into drain life. So I'm going to 8. All right, looks like I'm probably, oh no, yeah, I'm probably dead. I'm going to 5 and they just need 2 burn spells. Rough. I think I played terribly, so it looks like I deserve going to O2, Fire Blast. Yeah. Yeah. Do they not have it? Yeah, they do. GG's. I think I played actually terribly in game 1, so that was rough. I'll keep fighting for now, but these have been close, and I think I have not been playing that well. So pretty brutal to be 0-2 here, but I'll keep fighting. We'll see how it goes. I'll see you in round 3. Round 3 here, we have another mulligan, so this league is just going pretty rough. I probably will end up running this deck back because I think I can do it better justice. I think I haven't played well and gotten kind of bad breaks here, so it's mulligan. Let's keep this. Same looks good. I can just put back a Drain Life or a Corrupt. I can also put back Forest, but that's a little bit greedy. I think I just put back a Drain Life here. Okay. See what we're up against in the O2 bracket. Pretty brutal. Oh. Oh, geez. Is it Stompy? Or is it Elves? I think Elves... I think both matchups are reasonable. I'm not sure what's better or worse. Okay, it's Stompy. It's kind of scary to just have to play out a Crypt Rats on 3, though. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. This might just be too much pressure. Okay, well, I can play a Steve here, block sack. And then I can play an Into the North next turn and then Crypt Rats after that. Crypt Rats is definitely where I want to be. Okay, they're going Savage Swipe. So they're still going to get the +2/+2. So this kind of sucks. Maybe I should have played around that as well. Yep. And they have Rancor. They're hitting for 9 down to 10. They have 1 card left. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time for these Crypt Rats, honestly. And they play a 2/2 Skargan. They have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 power. So I'm not just dead, but I am pretty close to it. I can't Crypt Rats for 1, but I'm going down to 1. Damn. I think what I need to do is try to get a Corrupt off. That's all I can do. I mean, again, Crypt Ratsing for 1 doesn't do anything. So just have to hope I draw something here. I'm going down to 1, assuming they have nothing. I wonder if I just sacked the Steve on my turn. That might have bought me just enough time. Just getting wrecked here. And I can only gain 5 off this Corrupt, so it's probably not even going to be enough. Going up to 6. So I Corrupt, go up to 6, kill this, and then I still just take 7. Don't even want to show them what I'm on. Alright. Just getting ravaged in this league. Of course, like I start 3-0, had some really cool games in the first league, and then even my 2 losses in the last league were like super close, and then I record and just get wrecked. So pretty standard. Let's just go, I think, side these 3 in. Maybe Sign in Blood out. I could also bring in Return to Nature. I don't think I want Duress or Edict. Alright. Let's go. Try to play first. Yes. I'll keep this hand. Hand's also not great. Just gonna fetch now so I can have 6. Don't think there's really much downside in this matchup. Young Wolf, okay. Okay, Kadama's Reach, good draw. Keep drawing the forest naturally, which is not great. Definitely would prefer to draw the dual instead of the forest and just have mono swamps in play. It makes a big difference. Burning Tree into Groff. Just getting crushed here. Yep. Jeez. All right, now I'm going to definitely not sack Elder and try to chump Groff. Just play Kadama's Reach next turn. Another Consume Spirit. Okay. Can start just like playing Consume Spirits on their creatures at some point. Okay, we're just doing our ramp thing. This is like the first draw of this league where this is just like actually what our deck is supposed to do. Just play a ramp spell on 2, play a ramp spell on 3, and just do that basically. If they play a Rancor now, I'm in trouble. What is this? Savage Swipe. Okay, I'm, getting outplayed by the Savage Swipes. Obviously, having those in their deck is just generally not going to be that good, but it's been just 1 mana +2/+2, and I don't get to chump. Just taking infinite here. I can drain like this for 4. It's probably just not going to be enough. And I do get to continue to play lands. I can just Consume Spirit another thing for 5 next turn if I want. Just too much pressure. I need to draw Crypt Rats, basically. If they have like anything here, I'm in trouble. Getting hit for 6 down to 7. Probably need to just fire off another Consume Spirit. It's a Pit Skulk or another... Okay, it's a Nest Invader. Alright, Crypt Rats. Or can I just 0-3 drop this league and then start another league? I think that would be preferable, honestly. Okay, I think I have to just fire off another Consume Spirit here. And what's the best thing to kill? I suppose just Nest Invader. I don't know if it matters. I go to 12, and that doesn't even buy me that much time. Again, I need to just find Crypt Rats, and then maybe I can start drawing more Corrupts and stuff. But I need to draw it right now. I'm at 4. Okay, they're committing more to the board. They have 0 cards in hand. So Crypt Rats off the top, and then I Crypt Rats for 2. That just might be enough. But I obviously need to draw it. Okay, well, GG's. Pretty awful league. Not expecting this deck to be tier 1 or anything, but that was a rough league. I'm going to drop 0-3. Short video today. Anybody who saw the time on the video probably can expect, and then saw the deck list, can probably expect an 0-3 drop. But I had a lot of fun still. 2 close matches to start. I'm going to run it back. I'm going to probably record another league with this deck, give it one more shot. If I 0-3 again, then we're done with it. But I'm going to drop here. Let's go to the deck and maybe make a change or 2 for the next league, because that's kind of fun. Let's go to the list. Okay, so again, I wanted to make some changes. I had to pause for a second there. I really have liked Cultivate and Kadama's Reach, so I want to add more of those. Ornament just seems worse than Cultivate and Kadama's Reach in this deck, so let's go down in Ornament. I still like it for a green source and a card advantage engine. Let's add one, add one. I can also go down on Drain Lives. I think I was drawing them, honestly, too much. And we have Corrupt still. I think 6 might be the right number, and Consume Spirit is just better. And then, let's see this. I gotta do a quick Scryfall search here. Let me pull it over here. I wanted to search your library for 2. I don't know if I need to write out 2. We'll see. Legal in Pauper, in green. I'm basically just trying to search for all my options for ramp spells that can get 2 lands. This is not what I want. I think I need to write out 2. This might be more what I want. Yeah, so there's Ranger's Path, which search libraries for 2 forests, puts them onto the battlefield tapped. There's also Sky Shroud Claim, which technically is a better Ranger's Path because it doesn't put them in tapped, but we only have 1 forest, so that's only relevant if we are going to Sky Shroud Claim for the forest, which we pretty much would never do. So yeah, there's Kadama's Reach, and there's Cultivate as well. There's Harrow, but I don't think we want Harrow. Um, Colony Heart Expedition is actually an interesting one. Costs 2 mana, and we do have a number of fetch lands. I wonder if we want Colony Heart Expedition. It's pretty slow, but it does get 2 basics for 2 mana. Is that just too slow? Yeah, because if our hand is just 3 lands Colony Heart Expedition, even if our hand is an Evolving Wilds, it's just kind of hard to make. It can be hard in certain situations to activate this, so I don't know if that's what we want to do. I think I'm just gonna play. I could play 1 Ranger's Path. I know Skyshard Claim's better, but I actually don't own it, and it's like 8 tickets on Magic Online. I don't know why. Um, I wonder if there's other things we could play. There's obviously some other options of like creatures that get us a land or something, but I think I'm just gonna do the Ranger's Path as the last card. Let's just try this. So that now we have 6 cultivates and a Ranger's Path, so we have even more ramp, and we're basically just a ramp deck at this point. This looks good to me. I wonder if I should have 7 Drain Lives. Maybe 6 is right. I think I'll try this for the next league. And maybe, like I said, do we want some number of like cast down in the sideboard? I don't know. Crypt Rats was also performing much better in the first league. I had 2 and I went up to 3 here. I think that's fine. I always, as you could see in that last match, I was like, I just want to draw Crypt Rats. I just want to draw Crypt Rats. So I think relying on this and then not playing a bunch of other removal is where you want to be. Just ignore, ignore, ignore Crypt Rats, go to a low life total, and then start playing the drain life effects. This is rough because we do only have the 4 forests. So if I happen to draw like 3 of them, this can quickly become dead. Uh, we could play the 4th Sign in Blood or play 1 Colony Heart Expedition or play some other Ramping Growth effect on 2. Or even a random like 3-drop creature that searches for a land. But I'll give this a try. I mean, Ranger's Path, get double Woodland Chasm seems pretty sweet. So let's try it. This is where I'll start for the next league. Not gonna do the cast downs. I'll just run the same sideboard, which is admittedly pretty weak, but I think it's fine. I think I missed sideboarded against Tron. And so I think I could play better, and I think we can just draw a little bit better as well. We mulliganed a lot. So, all right, thanks for watching. Channel is youtube.com/snapboat. Bolt, thanks again for 2K subscribers. I really appreciate it. Hope you had a good time on this video, even though it was the O3 I did, and I'll see you next time. Peace.